Hey everyone, I'm Matt.
And I'm Grant.
Welcome to All Around Music Podcast.
Hey everyone, welcome back this week. It is Friday the 13th.
Yes.
So,
Murder!
murder, 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 murder.
It's the Jack Bauer episode 24.
Yes, it is. That's like one of my favorite shows.
I still haven't watched it.
So, going with this Friday the 13th thing.
And we're supposed to have a full moon tonight.
Yes, and a freezing rain.
Yeah, and an ice storm.
So, we're all going to die.
I'm counting on it.
Still think the house is haunted.
Yep. Some new development.
Yes, there is a new development
in the ghost story.
in this ghost story. On Tuesday night, while almost asleep, I hear what only we can describe as a pluck of a guitar string. And I think that I dreamt it for a second. And I asked my girlfriend, like, did you hear that? And she goes, yeah. And I go, oh. Okay.
Damn.
So I grab my phone and turn the flashlight on, and the cat and the dog are laying in the bed, fast asleep. And I turn the phone back off, roll back over, and just ignore it.
You're like, close your eyes, close your eyes, close your eyes.
Going to sleep.
You shine the light around the room, and in the corner, it's Chad Kroger over there.
Bow.
Dude, I would scream bloody murder.
It was creepy. It was weird. I don't know what it was. I don't want to know what it was.
I'm hoping some more weird shit happens tonight.
Tonight might be the night.
Friday the 13th, full moon.
Yeah. I had an okay Friday so far. I did visit, well, I didn't visit, but I went and saw one of the federal prisons here in the state of Indiana for shits and giggles. We were down working in that city.
It's all for shits and gigs.
we were like 10 miles away from it, and we were like, we got to go see it.
10 miles is far enough away.
Yeah, but then we drove up and parked in the Dollar General parking lot right next to it because there's a million signs that say do not park near the prison.
There's a Dollar General right next to the prison.
It's not that far outside of the town. Like, it's just on the edge of town.
Yeah.
And there's a Dollar General right there. But it's the prison where, was it Timothy McVeigh was executed?
Yep.
And another guy, a few people, notable people, but I can't remember them all. I looked it up earlier, and it was interesting. Hopefully that's where they execute the South Carolina or North Carolina. I can't even remember what state it was. South Carolina, the kid that just shot, or not just did it, but just got convicted of shooting all those people in the church. Hopefully he gets put to death there.
I hope so.
Because I think that prison's starting to become the one where it happens.
Yeah. They're like, we don't care, we'll do it.
I was looking, I can't remember the second guy's name, but the same Timothy McVeigh was executed in June of 2001. And then like 2 weeks later, in June of 2001, they did another execution. Yeah. They were really on a roll that month.
They're like, let's do it. Party week.
Twofer.
It's death week.
It was. I was like, holy crap.
We've got one for today, 2 for tomorrow. And then another one on Thursday, and then we got 3 on Friday because it's party day.
They were on a roll.
Yeah.
They probably had a crazy doctor in there just injecting people. It was like, yeah, you die.
He has like headphones in. He's listening to Metallica, Search and Destroy.
Enter Sandman.
You're dead. Stabby, stab.
And now he's in prison.
Yeah. He did it. He did it too hard.
He went too hard.
I've had a pretty good Friday, except, I was off today.
Yeah.
I took it off, and 4-day weekend. Woo!
Nice.
Off Monday, too.
Nice. You get MLK off?
Yeah.
We don't get that day off.
And I was surprised. I was like, wow, finally moving forward. All right.
I put a lot of seat time in today. I had 2-hour drive down and 2-hour drive back, so the worst part was, I mean, it was good that I wasn't the one driving. Somebody else was. But the bad part was I was driving through like...
the bad part was is that you weren't driving because you almost died.
Well, we were driving through the shitty part of Indiana, by which I mean Indiana.
the whole state.
and I had like 0 cell phone service, so I couldn't just like browse the internet the whole time, which is kind of disappointing.
That doesn't like make you car sick?
Nah.
If someone else is driving, you're like,
I'm good.
yeah, I have to look at the road, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I can't like read books and stuff.
I'll get a little dizzy sometimes, but I won't get like car sick.
I'll like look up and I'm like gagging. I'm like, you all right? Pull over.
I don't get motion sickness. But
I'm good if I look at the road.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm weird.
Well, I get it, but I don't get it.
The only downfall of today was we had somebody come look at the garage door because it's all busted up.
I saw that. What'd you do?
I didn't do it. It was like that when we moved in.
You've been living there for like...
Yeah. We told them the day we moved in. Be like, hey, this garage door is busted. And they're like, it's fine. Well, now it's like catching and not going up and down like it's supposed to.
That's annoying.
So they had somebody come look at today at 8 o'clock this morning.
Oh.
On my day
That's
off.
why you were up.
Yeah.
You texted me kind of early, and I thought...
You're probably like, what the
Why are you awake?
Go to bed. So he shows up and he's like, yeah, the door is damaged. Yeah, no shit. So he's like trying to push on the door, see if he can straighten it, and like one of the brackets just snap. And he's like, oh, I guess that one wasn't a good one. Again, no shit.
Wow.
So he replaces it, and he's like, well, the door's gonna have to be replaced. Let me call the leasing company. And he's like, yeah, they got to get it approved by the owner and everything, so I don't know when it's going to be replaced.
Wow.
He's like, did they paint the garage door? Yeah. Oh.
They're all painted, aren't they?
Yeah. It's like,
they're all the same color.
Okay. I don't know why that was important, but yes, they painted the garage door.
Who paints a garage door?
Right. So they're like, they'll probably replace it, but it needs replaced. It's damaged. Yeah, I know. You've said it like 4 times.
Thank you for your input, genius.
Thanks for coming at 8 o'clock this morning.
Wow. I hate that.
Yeah.
I hate people like that.
The powers of coffee.
Yeah, I didn't have any coffee this morning.
I went to bed at like 1.
Nice.
Totally forgot to set the alarm and I wake up. I was like, shit, what time is it? 7:30. Oh, that worked.
Oh, did you know they were coming at 8 o'clock?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you just like surprise visit 8 o'clock.
No, that would have pissed me off.
I hate that when somebody does that.
I'm here to look at your door. No, you're not. Slam.
Look at this door, bitch. Wow.
So that was my morning. And then played guitar for a few hours today and learned a few things. And
oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Neat. Oh, man.
Did some prep work for the show.
Friday the 13th.
Yeah. Let's get weird.
I saw somewhere there's going to be 3 Friday the 13th this year. I know there's one more in October.
What?
Because I think we're going to have a Friday the 13th party in October instead of a Halloween party.
It's on like a Tuesday.
No,
Club going up on a Tuesday.
Friday the 13th.
Tuesday the 13th. Woo!
Why is this significant?
Who cares? It's Tuesday. Club going up.
Right? But yeah, so then I thought, 3, 3, and 3 is 6. And then 1, 1, and 1 is 3. And if you add 3 to each one of those 6s...
Don't fucking Jim Carrey this shit right now.
If you add 3 to each one of those 6s, that's 666.
Yeah.
So this is the year of the beast.
Well, remember in 2006 when it was June
666. Yeah.
It was like 666. I'm like, there's a 0.
That movie came out, that weird movie, The Omen.
Oh, yeah.
Remember it came out on 6606.
I went and saw it, too.
I think we did. I think me, you, and a few people went.
Yeah, and we were like, that was dumb.
Yeah. I think this is the year, man. If you do the math.
if you Jim Carrey it, like in the number 23, this is the year.
3, 3, and 3, and you add the ones together, and you add 3 to each 3, and then you get 666.
3, 3, 3. Take 1 3 away, and you got 2 3s. That makes 23. Oh my god! Flip the table over.
Oh, this is the year of the beast.
That was the 23rd time flipping the table over. Head explodes.
We switched it up today, though.
Yeah, we did.
I got some Land Shark. Matt's got some old Miller Lite. Old Trusty.
Old Trusty. If you put your finger over the L, it spells Ite. Miller Ite.
Let's
get lit.
If you put Your thumb over land, it spells shark.
Huh. You know?
Or if you put...
That just blew my mind.
Or if you take the land and the S off and change the K... Or no. If you take the land off and you take the K off and change that to a T, it spells shart.
Sharted me pants.
Yeah. Well.
So, Erra announced a headlining U.S. tour with Phinehas and AURAS.
I like Erra.
Erra was good.
Boston Calling, which I haven't heard of this festival.
Me either.
Sounds fun, though. They announced their Can't Miss 2017 lineup. We got some Weezer, the 1975, Tool, Mumford and Sons, Chance the Rapper, Iver. Is that how you say that?
I think so.
Caged Elephant, and there's going to be a bunch more. Festival will be held May 26th through the 28th at the Harvard Athletic Complex. Tickets are on sale.
Also, why does Harvard need an athletic complex?
Man, some of them nerds like the b-ball.
B-ball? Was it like extreme chess in there?
Harvard's got sports.
They got spurts.
They got rowing. On the Harvard rowing team.
Well, yes. Rising electro-pop artist Call Me Karizma announced his first ever headlining tour.
4 years strong, expand, rise or die trying 10-year anniversary tour by announcing U.S. tour dates.
And you know what? I actually looked the band up and listened to them.
Yeah.
I like them. It's like, they're like a cross between, this is what it reminded me. It's like, it reminded me of like a cross between Blink-182, like Tom DeLonge, Blink-182.
Oh.
And you're like, oh, you have my attention. And A Day to Remember.
Nice.
It was pretty interesting.
Huh. I'll have to check them out.
Yeah.
You got some Bonnaroo headliners here.
You know, we could totally go to that. It's not that far away.
Where's that at? Is that in Chicago? No. Oh, it's in Tennessee.
Yeah.
Is it? It's not always in the same place, is it?
I don't think so, because I always thought it was like out west.
Yeah, I didn't think it was near here. That's neat. Manchester, Tennessee, huh?
Mm-hmm.
June 8th through the 11th. We got you. Yeah, but U2's going to be there.
Man, just don't have to watch them.
U2, Red Hot Chili Peppers would be cool to see, though.
Yeah.
The Weeknd, I don't really care for the Weeknd. Chance the Rapper, he's doing a lot of festivals, huh?
Yeah.
Lorde.
Yeah. You mean Randy Marsh?
Hell yeah, I'd pay anything to go see Randy Marsh.
Right?
Cage the Elephant.
I don't get it. He just gets up on stage and shits his britches. Calls himself Steamy Nicks.
So Chance and Cage the Elephant are going from the Boston Calling in May, and then they're going straight to Bonnaroo in June. That's pretty cool.
Right?
That's pretty. I like that. That'd be cool to go to.
Right? Except tickets are probably like $150, $60.
Oh, they're probably more than that.
Yeah.
U2's there. And Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Bono's up on stage talking for 45 minutes. Just play the song or get off.
Oh, he's going to give us a speech about
I'm
Red.
saving it for the Stive and children.
The Red thing that he does.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Pierce the Veil announced tour with Falling in Reverse and Crown the Empire.
Nice.
I put this one on here specifically for you.
Bayside? Yeah. I saw that. Bayside and Say Anything announced a co-headlining tour with special guests on select dates, Reggie and the Full Effect, and Hot Rod Circuit.
And guess what? Nowhere near Indiana.
Oh, yeah, I was going to ask you because I saw this. I was going to ask you where it's at.
They're around Indiana.
But not in the state of Indiana. It's like they tease us.
They're going to Chicago.
They rub it around the hole.
Then they're going to Pontiac, Michigan.
Why?
Pontiac, Michigan.
Who goes to Pontiac, Michigan?
No one goes to Michigan at all. Well, It was weird because they're playing in Ohio, going to Chicago, going to Michigan, and then going back to Ohio in Cleveland. I'm like, man.
That's just mean.
Right?
They just tease it. They just rub it around the hole.
Yeah, they're like, Ooh, that was a little close. Oh, Chicago's a little close.
Touched Evansville a little bit.
Yeah, woo.
Simple Plan?
Yeah.
15-year anniversary tour.
They were like, screw your 10-year shit. We're going 15.
Mm-hmm. No pads, no helmet, just balls tour.
Yep. Mastodon announced U.S. headlining tour with Eagles of Death Metal and Russian Circles.
The Eagles of Death Metal name. I don't understand the name of that band.
Yeah, like...
Does it mean
something? Do you have a bunch of eagles with, like, sweet-ass Viking helmets on or something? You just fly them around.
I always think that, like, they're, like, the band The Eagles.
Right.
But they're of death metal. I always think, like, we're like the Eagles. Like, we're as popular as the Eagles, but we're of death metal. I don't know. I don't understand the name of that.
Not the worst name, though, they could have gone with.
I don't like it.
I
just don't like the name of this band.
Nickelback.
That's true. They could have. I don't know why. I just can't stand the name of that band. I've never listened to them because of it.
Yeah. They could have picked a better name, but...
But, they're the ones that were involved in the Paris shooting. So
yeah, they were actually playing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, good for them getting back out there.
Yeah. A Perfect Circle announces U.S. tour dates.
Mm-hmm.
So that's neat.
Closest they are coming to Indiana is Nashville, Tennessee.
Nah. I don't know if I'd want to go see them or not.
I think I'd be like, oh, you here for Perfect Circle? No, I'm here for Nashville.
Yeah.
Nashville's cool.
That's fun. So, last night I was kind of, well, not just last night, but some new music I was listening to. The new Dropkick Murphys album just came out.
Ass.
Yeah, just came out this past week.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
It literally drop kicks you in the face.
It does. It's good. I like it. I enjoyed it.
Murphy drop kicks you in the face. He's like, you like our music? Kush.
The new album is called 11 Short Stories of Pain and Glory. You should probably check it out. It's good. It makes 11 songs.
It'd be funny if it had 12 songs on it.
Sum 41, which I forgot about this album coming out, actually came out in October.
Yeah.
But
October.
I bought the single like a while ago.
And it's like, do you want to complete the album?
Well, but that's not how I saw that it was out. I was just perusing. And
ooh, nice.
I was like, oh, wait a minute, that CD's out? And then I saw when it was released. I was like, really? I was that far behind on it? So I got that. I was listening to that last night. It's good. Yeah. I like it. I enjoyed it. That one's
I've always liked Sum 41.
Yeah. And they kind of, they stick to, it kind of sounds like their old stuff, but I like their old stuff. So yeah. Why change a good thing?
Why fix something when it's not broke?
Yeah. I like it. It's still good. It's called 13 Voices. Came out in October.
Don't go fixing things that ain't broke.
Yeah.
That ain't brook. Now, excuse me, I'm going to go change the oil in my truck.
I saw Simple Plan put a Christmas single out in early December.
A little late.
Yeah, but I saw it and it was kind of funny. It's called Christmas Every Day. And
download it and save it for next year, right?
It's very Simple Plan. It's
very simple.
It's very pop punky. And then Since It's Failed, I didn't see they put out a single in November, but I don't like it. I was gonna throw that out there.
Yeah, I listened to it and I was like, man, you done fucked it up. Yeah.
I did not enjoy it.
No.
I saw a cover album out by Hailstorm. I don't know if you've heard of them. Yeah. Okay, they put a cover album out this past week, and it's okay. It's interesting. They do a bunch of different covers. They do Metallica. I think they did Joan Jett.
Really?
And stuff. I think it was like 6 songs.
Huh.
It was all right. It was a cover album, so cover albums are always hit or miss. Right. They did a good job. Yeah. But I wasn't a big fan of the song. Balls. I wasn't really like those aren't none of them were like songs that I really like
enjoyed.
Yeah, I mean they're good. They're okay songs. They're nothing I really cared that much about. So hearing a cover of it didn't really do a lot for me.
Right. You're like, that didn't help.
Yeah. This week, Ed Sheeran. How do you say his last name?
Check the side of the briefcase. Samsonite. That was way off. Ed Samsonite. Ed Sheeran. I think that's it. Ed Sheeran.
Sure. Everybody knows who he is. Everybody's favorite redhead.
Sheeran.
He is the first artist ever to debut at number 1 and 2 on the Billboard and Twitter top tracks charts.
Really?
So he had 2 songs. They both were... Okay, so this is kind of confusing. So His two newest tracks, Shape of You and Castle on the Hill, it says Explode, was number 1 and 2 debut, respectively, on Billboard and top Twitter tracks chart, making him the first artist to launch 2 songs in the top 2 spots simultaneously. I'm confused because I think the Billboard and top Twitter track thing is a one chart.
So that's what I thought.
So let me just click the Billboard top track thing.
Yeah, it takes you to the Billboard site.
It takes you to the Billboard.
Billboard Twitter top tracks. Yeah, that's very confusing.
So it's their top tracks on Twitter.
Yeah, but then you got Ariana Grande at number 3 and 4.
How it works. That's not telling me how
It's just like a little...
This week's most shared and/or mentioned songs on Twitter.
Oh.
So it's the most shared or listened to songs on Twitter. Or some more shared or mentioned songs. So he had the top 2 shared and mentioned songs on Twitter.
On Twitter.
Yes. I guess that's a big deal.
And then like Ariana Grande's at 3 and 4.
She's got 3 and 4, yeah. That's pretty good too. But I guess nobody's ever done this 1 and 2.
Huh.
So.
Unless he drops and then she moves up to 1 and 2.
Well, I'm sure after the...
If you ain't first, you're last.
So if he's second, is he first and last?
That's a good point. That's a good question. Well, he's first and second.
Well, if you ain't first, you're last.
That just tells him his other song sucks compared to the one that's number 1.
All right.
Shape of You.
Yeah, I haven't really listened to him. I've never been a big...
You know, some people have different body shapes. You know, like bigger people. Like some of them are bigger, and then at the waist they're just like normal, so they look like a potato with legs.
Okay. Is
that what he's talking about? Like shapes of you?
I don't think so. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. Oh, so you remember the bots bill that we talked about?
Yes.
A while back? Hamilton, the London production of Hamilton, did a brand new version of anti-scalping measures.
Ooh.
So it says to protect the moviegoers from paying highly inflated prices from third-party resellers by bots buying the albums. The show and Ticketmaster teamed up to launch a new paperless ticket system. It says the first of its kind on the West End. No physical tickets will be issued in advance. Instead, patrons will swipe the payment card used to originally purchase the tickets to gain admission. Remember, we talked about that.
Right.
We said, they have to show the card that they paid for it with to get their tickets. That's what they're doing, so that you can't transfer that ticket.
Were they listening to us?
I doubt it, but, maybe.
It's like how you always like, oh, I wish they'd make this and that. And then all of a sudden, like 3 years, you're like, oh my God, they did it.
Right. Yeah. Well, we didn't really think that was going to be the great. That was that thing where it comes into what if you can't go to the show?
Right.
What do you give them your freaking card to go? I mean, the way it sounded, there was no way out. And maybe there was a way out of it, but you couldn't sell it for more. I don't know. It didn't say.
Maybe they just refund it and then the ticket becomes available to anyone else that wants it.
Possibly. It didn't say if you could give the ticket to somebody or not. It just says that you have to show the
Here's
card.
Here's your ticket to get in the show. That's your credit card. It's fine. I'll get a new one. Just let me know when you're there and I'll cancel it.
Right.
Huh.
I thought it was interesting that...
What's kind of like on Live Nation, you can buy digital tickets.
Right.
And then you go to the show, and then you click the ticket, and the scan code comes up.
But you can transfer those tickets, I think.
Right, but you can't. I think you have to transfer them for the same price that you bought them for.
Oh, do you? Yeah. So they're already kind of doing something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but they didn't like those shows. You can still get physical tickets usually through Live Nation.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There was no option other than to do this.
If it's a band I really like, I always order like the actual ticket. But if it's somebody, I'm like, eh.
But yeah, I thought it was neat that they implemented that. At least they're trying something to stop the scalpers.
Right.
So you can't really be mad about it. If you were out the money because you couldn't make it to the show, sorry about your luck. But
yeah, I've lost money not being able to go to a show.
Maybe you get a little planner and write it in a little planner and tell your boss you need that night off and
then shove the planner up your ass.
And if your wife's pregnant about to have a baby, well, sometimes you got to miss a birth.
Yes.
You gotta see a good show. You gotta see a good show. She'll understand.
I saw a thing it was that NFL memes, and it was a guy won Super Bowl tickets for this year's Super Bowl, but his wedding's on the same day.
Oh, I think I saw that.
I think they said something about he's going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was now. Really nice fail on that one.
Right. Yeah. Next question.
Def Leppard, Poison, Tesla announced a huge U.S. summer tour. This one will make you happy, even though you probably don't want to go to the show. The summertime trek will begin April 8th at the SNHU Arena in Manchester, New Hampshire, and wrap up June 25th. And where else? The Clips Music Center in Indianapolis.
About damn time.
This is right up Indiana's alley. We got Def Leppard and Poison.
Oh, we gotta go.
Get your bandanas and cut off.
Yes.
Jean shorts out.
I'm sure if David's listening, he has plenty of bandanas we can borrow.
I got some. I bought some for my biking. It's really nice when it's chilly and cold out at night to put the bandana. You look like an asshole with a bandana around your face, but there's a reason everybody does it.
Yeah.
At least I didn't buy the ones that look like skulls. Have you seen those face wraps that they wear with like skulls?
Oh, yeah.
I hate
that.
those so much.
It's like, come on.
It serves a purpose, I will admit.
Well, if it serves a purpose, that's fine.
Yeah. I don't do it just to do it.
That I know of.
Weird Al Yankovic plans a career-spanning box set with Rarities LP. It's going to be called Squeeze Box, and it reissues all 14 newly remastered albums on CD, and will have a rarity disc with unreleased tracks on it.
Sold for $4,000.
I don't think they had a price.
You know,
on it,
I'd buy it.
I don't know. He had some funny stuff, but I don't know. I'm not much of a parody person.
I always liked the Gangster's Paradise one.
Yeah, that one was always Gangster's Paradise, and I think he did an Achy Breaky Heart one back in the day.
Or the
has he done anything?
Where he's like, I'm my front.
Oh yeah, they're trying
to say that I'm white and nerdy.
Yeah, that was a big one.
Yeah.
Have you heard of Moog Fest?
Moog Fest.
It's the makers of the Moog synthesizer.
Oh.
They have a Moog Fest in Durham, North Carolina every year, and they've announced their lineup. But, well, it says they announced their lineup, but then when I went to the website...
A bunch of Duke students going there and getting raged out.
I didn't see much of I didn't see where they announced it. I couldn't find the artist. But it says they announced it at moogfest.com.
Moogfest.com.
Maybe they were in the middle of updating it. I don't know. So... let's take a little break, do a little promo break, and we'll come right back.
All right.
This week on the Epic Film Guys podcast.
It was a mess to try to get to this film, to see it as an early screening, but I was blown away. I bought this thing on Blu-ray recently. No other film this year sported the amazing villain that is the blind man from Don't Breathe. There's amazing tension in this film. There's great...
Not even Apocalypse was up there. Come on.
Do you want me to go in my bedroom and grab that 22 and put it in my mouth and just blow my head off? That would be more satisfying. I'm sorry, Oscar. I'm sorry, Oscar Isaac. I love you so much. I'm so sorry you had to go through all that suffering. But
this is the biggest thing we came out of that film for, is we felt so bad for Oscar Isaac. We were like, Jesus Christ, because we had just come out of seeing The Force Awakens. He's so great in The Force Awakens. He's so great in Ex Machina.
He's a brilliant actor. He's a brilliant man. Come on.
This week on Now That I'm Older.
Did you ever have any other place that you peed that you weren't supposed to besides the carpet?
No, nigga, I'll pee in the toilet. What the fuck is wrong with you?
When you're younger, the idea of a threesome and all that stuff is great, but as you get older, it's more like, I don't want to deal with that. That's just so much.
Who wants to deal with that time management? This is open bar. It's my responsibility to get wasted.
So check it out this week at nowthatimolder.com.
This is Emily Prokop from The Story Behind, a podcast exploring the extraordinary history behind the ordinary. I publish twice a week on Mondays and Thursdays, so that's 2 chances for you to listen. It's Snack Week on The Story Behind, and both episodes feature some salty favorites. The episode for Monday, January 9th, is the story behind potato chips, which includes the legend of the spiteful cook who invented them for a finicky customer, and why it seems bags are only half full when you open them. The episode for Thursday, January 12th, is the story behind pretzels, which includes the religious reason behind their shape and how 2 varieties were made accidentally. Tune in on your favorite podcast app or find out more at thestorybehindpodcast.com.
All right, welcome back.
Welcome back. I get like all radio talk show. Welcome back to the All Around Music Podcast.
I'll love it night.
We have a across the country shout out to a loved one from another loved one. Joni meets Chachi.
I miss your warm hands.
I miss your teeth. It's always like something weird. This is from John. This is from John to Ashley. Ashley, your nose is hot. Thanks. Hi, this is Casey Kasem.
I miss the smell
America's
of your
Top 40.
I miss the smell of your toenails.
Thanks for the packing peanuts that you sent me.
All right.
Wrapped in bubble wrap.
Anyways.
So they stay pristine.
Oh,
man. So it's funny we both saved a link to the same story. I'm just going to say the premise of this conversation comes from an article on Alternative Press.
Yeah.
I can't remember what they named it.
Why is nobody coming to your shows or something like that?
Yeah, and then in parentheses yet.
Oh, here's why no one's coming to your shows yet. Yeah, it's in the link.
So I kind of they put some questions on there you can ask yourself, and they had their 2 cents. But I thought it'd be more fun if I took the same questions from that article on Alternative Press and put my own spin on it.
Right.
These are just observations that I went through in a band. I'm not a successful,
You're successful in my eyes.
Aww. But I can share with you things that I learned, at least.
Right.
And things that I know not to do that we did. And you look back and you're like, why?
That's why I'm sitting in a lawn chair.
That's why I'm sitting in a lawn chair talking about music. So why is no one attending your shows? So as a local musician, say here in Lafayette or anywhere in your local town. So what causes a band to reach success? What would you say?
Your fans.
Right. Really no brainer.
I mean, besides good music.
Well, yeah.
Your fans.
Well, you gotta have some good tunes, man.
We're assuming that you have decent music now.
Right.
And then
don't be like those people on YouTube that put up a video and
don't be just a cover band.
Yeah, don't upload a video of yourself fucking up the song and then just keeping it on YouTube. God, I hate that. And you mess up, but yet you still upload it. Yeah, and they're like, and you see their face twitch, and then they just keep playing. Like, it's a video. Just do another take.
Yeah, maybe that was the best take.
That's your best take. You shouldn't even be recording it, in my opinion. But who am I? I'm just some asshole behind a microphone.
Who isn't?
Good point. Good point. But sometimes there seems to be a boost in the ego when you write music.
Mm-hmm.
Usually not in a bad way, but sometimes it can go that way. Songwriting can be a grueling process without the right motivation. When you don't have a fan base and you're playing shows, it can be discouraging, makes you want to quit, but once you learn how to play an instrument, it always sticks with you. Right, Grant?
Yeah, it does.
So don't give up. You can ask yourself these questions, though. Have you played a show? It's easy to put together a band and write music, but booking a show is a little tough. When you're first starting out, it's hard to find places to play, mainly because you don't know.
Right. But yeah, that's probably one of the hardest steps, is getting your first show.
Yeah,
and not your friend's house. You know what I mean? Like,
Hey.
Your mom's birthday party. I mean, that gives you
It was somebody's 16th birthday party.
it gives you experience in front of a group of people,
right.
but it's not a true show.
But yeah, you have to play shows in order to gain fans.
Indeed.
So the best way is either to talk to other local bands or the venue itself and see if they have room for another band. You'll probably hear no a couple times, but hey, man, don't give up.
Yeah, just, annoy them to death.
Yeah.
It works.
Just pester and be like, hey, hey.
Show up at their house in the middle of the night and knock on their door.
No, don't do that.
Don't do that?
Don't do that.
Oh,
I didn't do that.
Maybe you should have.
Maybe. I don't know.
Man, this guy's creepy. I better let him play that show.
Whatever. Just play the show.
Just give me my son back.
Give me back my son. Mel Gibson yelling out the window. Here's another question. Are you relying on someone else to promote your shows?
Yeah, that's a big mistake.
I'm pretty jealous we didn't have today's social media compared to social media 10 years ago.
Yeah.
All we had was MySpace.
And that sucked.
Yeah. Come to my page and listen to my 5 songs that aren't
Remember
mine.
when Brent had his MySpace page on his drum set?
Yeah, and it was what?
But it was a bunch of numbers, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the profile ID number.
Yeah. So it was myspace.com/Z725365479.
Yeah, the mailbox letters.
It was
on
all
there.
mailbox letters across his drum set. I think he still has that somewhere.
Oh, why would you not have that?
It was pretty amazing.
Promoting shows is a lot different than it was 10 years ago.
Don't put your MySpace profile on your drum set.
Yeah. Nowadays, don't put your Facebook ID number on your drum set on the kick drum.
Actually, yes, put your MySpace one on there because that's hilarious, but don't put your Facebook one on there.
A lot of the footwork to promote shows was done by the bands, handing out flyers, going to other shows before yours to talk about it and get people interested, posting flyers and so on. I'm sure some of those methods have not fully died, but now you have social media at your disposal. Use it.
The problem with social media is people will just like on Twitter will just blindly share things. But it doesn't mean anybody's listening to it.
Right. We know.
And don't get me wrong, I do like when we get on Twitter and we share our show.
Oh, yeah.
It'll get blindly shared by everybody. It's nice because people see our name.
Right. It gets your name out.
Which is nice. You get your name out there. But the social media aspect of promoting really doesn't do a whole lot unless somehow you just magically go viral with something, which there is no
but doesn't
science.
Mean you shouldn't use it.
No, totally.
Right.
But you should definitely still word of mouth.
So also, the venue's not always going to promote the show.
No,
they're only going to promote it as they see fit.
Some small venues will only promote it internally. If it's if it's like a bar or something, they'll promote it. They'll put flyers up in the bar.
You'll hear it on the radio. Be like, oh.
Maybe
we hear it here all the time.
So if it's a bigger band,
because they'll be like, oh, Jerry Lee's Pub and stuff.
Yeah,
like
but that's
that.
usually a bigger act.
Yeah, what was it, like Metal Night or whatever they called it?
I don't know. I didn't hear that one. If it's a local band, you might not hear that band's playing.
Right.
There might be a flyer that the band probably posted in the bar.
Yeah.
But sometimes some of the bars will put it on there like there's signs out front that the band's going to be there. But especially if this is like your first show, they're not going to promote you.
Expect like 5 people.
You need to go see if you need to ask if you can hang flyers in the bar.
Right. Don't just walk in and be like,
and
see you later.
In the case of like this town, some of the bars are the same owner of multiple bars. So see if you can hang it in their other locations.
Exactly.
And then other places in town, if you have somewhere, I don't know if we have.
Yeah.
See here, I don't know if there's somewhere like a local space that you can hang flyers like that.
There is up on campus.
Is there?
Yeah.
So you
right there
you
by
would do something like
Hot
that.
Box.
Yeah, you could ask places because Hot Box Pizza here in town is kind of one of those places that kids hang out, or used to anyways. I don't know if they still do.
I don't go up there all the time.
I don't sit in front of the place all night and
drink
pop and
drink 60-ounce sodas
and
then go home all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
Breadsticks at people.
Yeah. So you just have to remember a majority of the promoting relies on you and your bandmates.
Yeah.
or if it's just you.
Yeah. You annoy your friends to come to the show and everything else.
Right. Are you socializing with your fans?
Which that would be where social media really helps.
Yeah. Eventually you'll start gaining a fan base, but in order to maintain that fan base and keep growing, you really need to socialize with your fans. If you can go on stage and perform in front of them, you can go talk to them.
Yeah.
Fans want that connection. They want to tell you, their favorite songs and how they came to love music so much, just like you. Don't book a show and sit in the back waiting to play. Do your 20 minutes, pack up, and leave.
There's nothing more powerful than 14-year-old girls with smartphones.
That's true.
They will, if they love your show, they will tell everyone. And if you take a fucking selfie with them,
oh my god!
After they were like, oh, that was such an awesome show,
they're gonna have like a fangirl meltdown,
and then they're gonna share it with all their friends. And now you have a bunch of 14-year-olds at your show, but
if you're like
someone's buying tickets.
But if you're like 29 years old and you're taking selfies with 14-year-olds, just don't be creepy.
Well, yeah, I mean,
let them enjoy the experience. You're an adult. Come on.
But yeah, there's nothing more than to, we were all teenagers and that's all our favorite bands. There was nothing more than a band coming out.
Oh my god.
I remember going to Warped Tour and we were like, oh, there's so-and-so.
I remember going to Warped Tour in the year Fada played, From Autumn to Ashes.
Yeah, you're a total fangirl.
Oh, yeah, dude. Like, I was wearing my Fada shirt. I went back to their tent 5 different times to get all their signatures. They're probably like, God, this
and now
guy
we're
again.
like their age they were then, and now I'm thinking like, man,
I still have that shirt. I never washed it after that day.
You can't get rid of that. It's gold.
Yeah, never washed it because I didn't want the marker to wash off. There's still sweat stains on it.
Nice. Does it still smell?
No, it smells like shirt.
Shirt.
It just smells like fabric.
Okay.
Another question you can ask, is your stage show enough? First impressions are dire. Don't perform in front of people with disdain. Get the crowd involved. Communicate with them. You're not there to entertain yourself. You're there to entertain the crowd.
Yeah, you're not cool when you're on stage. Like, say you're the guitar player and your back is to the crowd the whole time.
Yep.
You're not cool and mysterious. You're a douchebag.
Yeah. Turn around.
Turn around.
Face the crowd.
Face the crowd. Play with some energy. Maybe you haven't been doing it long enough to play with like a lot of like running around the stage.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine, but have some energy in it and face the crowd.
Yeah.
That annoys me when like they have their back to you, like,
and they're just like up there by the amp.
Yeah, and they're like, I'm so dark and mysterious.
They're like hunched over playing guitar.
Yeah.
It's
they're just like, oh, what's that chord again? I don't remember how to play this song.
I understand if you're forgetting the chords, but if you're doing that for the whole song, you're fucked.
But this is like, I'm talking like this was like bands that have been playing for years and they're doing this, and I'm like, you're an idiot.
Now, if you're walking up to the amp and then like bouncing back, and getting all energetic, that makes sense. But don't go up there and stand like a creeper. That's like.
Yeah.
Don't arrive at the venue and perform in pajama pants. Yes, a member of one of my bands did that.
Put some jeans on.
Right? I'm like, you just couldn't throw the jeans on. But you could put the pajama pants on.
Oh, man.
Stage presence is so important. I cannot stress that enough.
Yeah.
Pajama pants. Be energetic. Don't stand there like a zombie. I understand if you have stage fright, but you got to get over it.
Yeah.
And if you want to perform for people, you can't have stage fright. I get it. Like, you get the butterflies and stuff. That's the best part, though.
Well, and the bad thing is when you're first starting in your first shows, you might not have very many people there, for one.
Right.
And the people that are there might not show that they're into the show.
Right.
Like, they might enjoy it, but they might just be standing there and watching you, staring at you.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean they don't like it. When I'm at a show, I stand and just watch. I'm not dancing. I'm not jumping
up
around.
and down. I'm not gonna fuck up my ankle.
Yeah, but I like the show.
I'm almost 30.
If I'm looking at you, I'm probably enjoying the show.
Just like when we go to shows, I'm like, how much to upgrade to VIP? I'm not standing.
How much are those
there.
Tables over there?
Yeah. Oh, only $10. Here's 50.
Those aren't available. Yeah, those are available. You're gonna.
Those are available. I'll be right back. Let me go get some cash.
Just smash the ATM open.
Here, I got a whole bunch. You can have the rest. Another important thing is, are you networking? Never be jealous of another band because they are better. Do not become rivals with a band because that will make playing local shows hell.
Mm-hmm.
I went through this with my bandmates. Having hate for another band Just don't grow up.
Well, and it's, because for one, if that other band gets a better break, they're not going to invite you to play with them.
Exactly.
You know?
That's what you want. You want to be friends with bands. That's how you get to play shows.
Yeah. Because they're like, oh, these guys are awesome. I want them. We got an open spot.
Right.
At this big show.
They're cool guys. Let's bring them on. That's exactly what happens.
Yeah.
Even bigger bands
It happens all the time.
Yeah. Don't be a dick.
Don't be jealous. Don't be a jealous dick of something or something.
Yeah, that's how you expand your fan base.
Your girlfriend slept with the drummer of that band. Guess what? She's probably just a groupie. Get over it.
Guess what? Not my girlfriend anymore.
Right?
But then you high five that dude.
Yeah, Eskimo Brothers. It's a thing. Eskimo
Brothers is a powerful thing. The EBDBB&B. So yeah, networking is important. Also, finding out who the local promoters or reps are for the scene or the venues is good to know as well. Talk to them. Don't hate them either if they don't want to book you. Don't be like, hey, you got any openings? No. Oh, come on, man. This is like the 48th time I've asked you. Sorry, man. I just don't have any openings. Oh, fuck you.
Right. Yeah, you can't do that.
Don't be a dick.
Now this day and age, you don't have to you can just email them.
Yeah.
So it's not as bad.
If you're not using email, you got problems.
You can just email them, and
call them.
Tell them you're still available. And
that's what we always did. Be like, hey, we're available for this date if you guys are booking shows.
Right.
I used to do that all the time. I just call ahead and be like, hey, we're available this day.
Mm-hmm.
They'd be like, well, we don't know if we're having a show yet. Well, that's cool, but if you need bands, we're available.
Well, the nice thing is, you can send, if it's a promoter, somebody, that's actually a promoter for a living, and they're promoting multiple things, you might be asking them about one thing, but then they might be like, you know what, actually, I had a band fall out for this event, and you can come play
and
this.
Then they'll contact. That happened to us a few times.
Yeah, so then if you're a dick,
they're not going to call you.
They're not going to be like, oh, but you know what, this opened up. It might not be what you had in mind.
Yeah.
It could be a birthday party that he's hired to do a band for, if you're that kind of band, but,
yeah, because if you bring people to those venues, those people that are booking bands to play at their venue, if they need a local band to fill in 20 minutes to start it off,
mm-hmm.
and you've been playing shows there for a while, they're probably going to call you.
Right.
Because that happened to us multiple times.
Well, and then, it's just, you gotta
sometimes
network.
Yeah, sometimes we played on a Tuesday night. Club went up on a Tuesday. It was weird, but it was fun.
Yeah.
And you're playing with and usually when that happened, they were signed bands that were coming through.
Right.
And just picking up shows along the way to other shows. But yeah, making friends in the music scene is a must.
Definitely.
And help promote other bands if you're not playing that show. Helping hand goes a long way.
Yeah, go to their shows.
Yeah, go to their shows.
If you're not playing the show just because you didn't get on the lineup, go to that show.
Yeah, don't be a dick.
And they'll see you there.
What else are you going to do that night?
Right. You're not playing that show.
Exactly. So go to it.
Hell, go to that show and hand out free stickers for your band.
Yeah. Hand out flyers for your next show. Whatever.
Right. Yeah. Go. You can promote yourself in the crowd.
Yeah. Go talk to people.
Yeah.
If you have demos, hand them out.
Right.
Don't charge for demos.
No.
If there's one or two, don't charge.
It doesn't cost anything to make a CD.
Exactly. Just hand them out for free.
Especially now. I mean,
people love free shit.
Right.
Especially if they like music. That's free music.
Yeah.
So yeah, especially now, with all
there's so many
iTunes.
Different ways you can make things now. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah. So if you can improve in these areas, you'll see a lot of change. It won't happen overnight. So keep working at it, keep writing, and keep performing.
Yeah.
As Joe Dierte said, keep on keeping on, man.
Life's a garden, dig it.
It was the most...
I love that.
That was beautiful. Life's a garden, man, dig it.
Now.
Oh, yeah.
Getting into it.
Let's get weird.
Now we're getting into the nitty gritty.
Yeah.
Remember this, the nitty gritty?
Yeah. How could I forget the nitty gritty? You got that one or the you bite it a little?
Yeah, I'm not going to tell everybody what we're doing.
Yeah, people are probably
we'll just keep that as an inside joke.
I said we're getting weird.
Sometimes a show can have an inside joke even though there's only two of us.
True. And sometimes those inside jokes are best left unsaid.
So, as I said last week, the topic this week will be the Black-Eyed Children.
The Black-Eyed Peas?
The Black-Eyed Children.
Oh, of the Peas.
Not quite as bad as the Black-Eyed Peas. No. Keep on running. You'll be running from these motherfuckers.
Yeah, I definitely fucking would.
So, I'm going to introduce this, and Matt actually was looking into this probably more than I think he looked into it more than I did.
Dude, I had nothing to do today.
I was having trouble finding stuff with these things, it's so hard to, like, when you read something on the internet about this kind of stuff that's fringe crap anyways.
Yeah.
You're like, well, is this just somebody typing it on a website?
What website is this from? Oh, clickhole.com. Next.
Yeah, because really, you know, a lot of the stuff's eyewitness, and, you know, they could be lying. But I like to get it from websites that have somewhat vexed their witnesses. And there's no ghost in here. Quit looking around like you hear a ghost. I heard a beep, but I didn't.
Just getting over it.
So, the Black-Eyed Children. Supposedly, they're an urban legend of a paranormal being that usually look like children or teenagers. Described as pale skinned with missing or black eyes. Usually show up at your door in pairs wearing hoods over their heads. Most stories tell of them knocking at your door or asking to come in and use your phone or to get out of the weather. There's been some reports of them coming up to, like, cars and asking for a ride or to use your cell phone.
Right.
But most of them are to come to your house, and they come in and, like, use your phone, and they'll knock on your door and
come and knock on my door.
When you answer the door, people always report, like, instant feeling of fear and dread, like something's not right. Usually they'll be wearing a hood over their head, and you won't see their eyes at first.
They're kind of like staring down.
Yeah. They'll ask to come in, and they'll say, oh, it'll only take a second. We need to come in and use your phone. You'll always get this really uneasy feeling, and from all the stories, really, people always refuse them. As they're refusing them, you know, they get more aggressive about it, but they always say, we can't come in unless you invite us in. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like the vampire thing. We can't come in unless you invite us in. And no, I mean, for the most part, I read one story where somebody says it was a story that she said they invited them in. They said, our parents are on their way. They'll be here soon. And then adults showed up in a old, like, Lincoln or Cadillac type car. And the kids got into it.
I forgot about this part.
And, well, this story doesn't say anything like that. We'll get into that in a minute.
I'm so excited.
But, they show up in the car and they take off, but then the people said that they started having really severe health problems after they let the kids into the house, like nosebleeds, and I think her husband got, like, a tumor, or skin cancer. He had really bad skin cancer or something.
That's weird.
And stuff, and I saw this story, but I don't know if it's been, like,
validated.
Yeah. So, but they come to your door. They try to come in to your house. And their eyes are solid. So some of them I've said it almost seems like their eyes are missing, but most of them say their eyes are like a solid black. Like they don't have
pupils
the colored part. The iris is the colored part.
Right.
And then your white part is all black. Everything's black. Everything's pupil, pretty much. It's all black. Like everything's all black. There's no distinction of your eye. There's a bunch of reports. It's creepy as hell.
Yeah, it is, because I got creeped out when I was reading about it today and watching videos. I'm like, okay.
Well, like what you were trying to say was, some of it, I've heard stories where they've hinted that there's like supposed to be a real Men in Black, like a version of the Men in Black, who are just like these black-eyed children, but adults. Like they're pale, they're weird, but I don't think they have the black eyes.
Yeah, they said they're like they're dressed really mundane.
Yeah.
You know, and loose-fitted clothing, but it's like suit and tie, but it's like kind of loose, you know.
And they're driving usually like some kind of old sedan.
Yeah.
And just like with the black-eyed kids, they never, like, you never see where they come from or where they go. Like, people say they'll look out their window and they're just gone. You don't see them walking down the street after they leave your house.
They're just gone.
It's creepy.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. There's supposedly, people say they're an urban legend, but I was listening to another podcast. I can't remember which one it was. It was a while back. They were talking about it, and they were talking about reports back in like the 1800s, like 18 something, early or late 1800s, early 1900s, of stories of them. So I don't think it's an urban legend. Like, Wikipedia will tell you it's like a recent urban legend on the internet, but
Right.
supposedly there's reports that go way back.
Hmm.
But it's interesting. You watched a video earlier today about it.
Yeah. That was the one where I was like, I'm done.
So what was it? They reported of the black-eyed kids came into a hotel demanding the master key to the hotel.
Yep.
He refused at first, but then for some reason handed it to him.
Mm-hmm.
And they walked away, and then a few minutes later, he realized what he had done,
Mm-hmm.
pulls the fire alarm, calls the cops, and they were caught in the maintenance closet taking uniforms.
Yeah, from, it was a male and a female.
Right.
The male was in, like, the overalls, like maintenance overalls, and the female was in a maid's uniform.
Yeah.
And they were probably planning from going room to room, you know?
Right.
And then, the police get there and they take him into custody, and they had no documents on him, like any identification or anything. Then what was it? They said they had a physician examine.
Yeah, they had, because their eyes, for the most part, they had them examine them for their eyes to figure out if it was real, if it wasn't modification.
Mm-hmm.
And the doctor said that it was real, and he didn't have an explanation for it, and then that was pretty much it. The cops didn't.
Yeah, they're holding him at an undisclosed facility.
And this was in the UK,
Right.
I think, so.
Yeah, but it happened in September. Last year, 2016. 2016.
I kind of want to look into that one, see if there's anything
see
about
if it's
more about it. See the footage maybe or something.
right.
Be interesting. I think next week I'm going to have to get into the Men in Black, and we'll have to talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, I've heard of that one, and I never really looked into it, but
I just recently heard about it, like in the past 6 months.
It's definitely creepy, too.
Yeah. It's still, that one's confusing because we'll get into it more but next week, but it's confusing on who's behind it. It's not, I don't think it's like the movies where it's the government.
No.
I think it's something else.
Yeah.
We are on Twitter at
Yes,
All
we are.
All AM Podcast,
The Facebook.
And we are on Gmail. AAM Podcast.
At gmail.com.
Yes.
I know that part.
It's so confusing because our Twitter handle,
Yeah.
I couldn't get the same Twitter handle as the email. And I like the AAM Podcast
Right.
at gmail.com. I like that, but I couldn't get that on Twitter.
Well, Facebook is just all around music.
Yeah. We're on iTunes.
And Google Play.
You can subscribe.
Please.
Leave us a review.
If you subscribe, it's just there.
It just appears magically.
Yeah.
And it's not a conspiracy. There is real science behind that. It's legit. You don't have to be scared.
Right. There's some serious algorithms behind it, but
A human designed it,
yes,
I think.
it's just science.
You can probably Google how that works.
Yeah. We're not going to go into detail of that.
So, thanks for listening.
Yeah, thanks.
Like this.